Hale Harrison always knew he wanted to be in the hotel business. It all started when his mother, Lois, built the Harrison Hall Hotel.
My mother, her family is originally from Snow Hill. Her maiden name is Carmine, Lois Carmine Harrison. So when my mom came to town, my father at that time was 49 years old, and they said, "We have just the man that you should meet." So they introduced them, and Dad took her out 3 times and asked her to marry him on the 3rd date, so she said yes. The hotel was built in 1951, and I was 3.5 years old when the hotel was built. And I remember at that time there were just a handful of buildings from Harrison Hall Hotel to the Delaware line. Of course, the boardwalk stopped at 15th Street. Well, my father died when I was 14, but he left a very strong influence on me. But my mother became mother and father both. And it was a real rough time because my father died in October 1961. And of course, 6 months later, we had the March 1962 storm that did terrible damage to Harrison Hall Hotel. And so it was a very tough time financially. And I was at the University of Maryland in my senior year, and early in the spring she took very sick. So I came back to take care of the hotel. So I got Mom, to take it easy, and I took the hotel over at that time, and that's when I started full-time in the business.
In 1970, at the very young age of 22, Hale Harrison and his younger brother John, who at the time was 21, purchased the Plimhimmon Hotel for $500,000.
We bought it in September 1970. Reese Cropper Sr. from Taylor Bank and Equitable Trust Bank from Baltimore financed the loan. And I went to get the loan, and it was during the 1969-70 credit crunch. And they told me, they said, "Hale, well, you're so young and it's such a large amount of money that we don't know if we can do this deal or not, so you keep applying to other banks." And I got turned down by 13 different banks in Maryland and the United States. And then a few weeks later, Mr. Cropper called me at Harrison Hall Hotel, and he said, "Son, you got the loan, you can go ahead and sign the contract." And when I met him at the bank, he was real interesting. He said, "This would be probably the best real estate deal of your life. If I was your age, I'd steal the $1 million." But Mr. Cropper Sr., started a lot of people in this town, a lot of people in this county. He's behind a lot of the Ocean City businesses. Money was so tight, they said, the best we can do is give you a 5-year mortgage, $100,000 a year, 5 years. And I was too stupid to know any better. So I said, fine, and I think we can do it. So every Monday morning I'd go into Mr. Cropper's office and I'd give him $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000, whatever we had. And I think he was more thrilled than I was that we made the $100,000 payment. Well, we started with Harrison Hall Hotel, which was the first hotel. We now have 1,250 rooms. We have 12 different hotels. They're all in Ocean City, all on the ocean.